Good morning. Today, we are gonna go hang out at the Lempa River. First, we are gonna catch the 138 bus, which starts its route right at Cuscatlin Avenue and 10th West Street. We are jumping on there, hoping this bus takes us all the way to Comalapa. Next, we are gonna pass through the San Jacinto neighborhood. We are finally hitting the Comalapa Highway. With this beautiful view and this refreshing weather, it was a perfect day to head out. Bit by bit, we are leaving the noise of the capital behind. We are heading out in search of peace, fresh air, and pure tranquility. Here's the entrance to Cale Vieja, another scenic route. Even though there are plenty of other ways to get to our destination, maybe on the next adventure, we'll mix it up and take a different route. Those clouds are already starting to look like a storm. The weather's gonna be okay, but who knows? Maybe this will just make the trip more exciting. And now, we are passing through Oloquilta, the pupuso capital of the world. It's impossible to pass through here and not make a pit stop at their famous pupuso dromos, especially to enjoy some amazing, fresh off the griddle rice pupuso. I knew it. It's already starting to rain. Oh well, it is what it is. We are gonna have to wait and see what happens, whether we show up soaking wet or if we beat the storm. Look, they're already starting to develop this area. Maybe they're gonna open another mall around here, which would be an awesome addition to this route. We are leaving the Comalapa Highway behind, and we are officially merging onto the Litoral Highway, heading east. A new leg of the trip starts right here. Looking at the Littoral Highway is like witnessing how every river carves its path through the land, giving us an unforgettable postcard of the trip. And here's the detour. I did not expect this. Now I'm taking a new road and I have no idea where it goes. But oh well, I'm gonna keep going until I find a U-turn. Let's see how this ends. I'm totally lost. I made it to the U-turn, but I'm nowhere near San Marcos Lempa. I was told I need to head back and take bus 302, so it looks like we are starting all over again. And to top it all off, it started to rain. But the good news is, my bus has finally arrived. Looks like I couldn't beat the rain after all. Let's see if it stays with us for the rest of the ride. Look, it's starting to clear up. Luckily, it was just a quick scare. And it looks like the bus is taking another detour. I don't know this route, so this is all new to me. But apparently, we are going through Zacatecoluca. It's great to get to know all this. This way, little by little, we are building a mental map. Now we are back on the Littoral Highway, so I feel more confident. I'm on bus 302 heading east, and therefore, I know I have to cross the San Marcos Lempa bridge. That's my final destination. But, as they say, sometimes the most important thing isn't the destination, but the journey itself. The day is getting better, and by this point, it's completely sunny. It feels comforting to feel those sun rays on my face. I feel much more relaxed now. I've finally made it to San Marcos Lempa. Now I just have to keep a close eye out for my stop. Finally. I made it to my destination after spinning around like a lost top out there. I got off right in front of the pedestrian crossing, just on the other side of the bridge. And honestly, I'm going to enjoy the view from here for a bit, because with my great sense of direction, if I keep going, I might just end up in San Miguel by accident. And well, now we start walking towards the current structure that crosses the Lempa River, built right next to the foundations of the ancient and legendary Puente de Oro, or Golden Bridge. It's very important to clarify that this bridge I'm heading to is a new structure, a reconstruction. It's not the original, but it's located at the exact same strategic point that connects San Vicente with Osalutan. As we get closer, it's worth talking about how impressive this civil engineering masterpiece is today. As I was mentioning, we are exactly at kilometer 92 of the Litoral Highway, serving as a natural boundary line between the municipality of San Ildefonso in San Vicente and the area of San Marcos Lempa in Osalutan. This new structure is a real beast in terms of size. It has a total length of around 375 meters, crossing from side to side the largest river flow in all of El Salvador. The current design features two very wide vehicle lanes, one for those heading to the east of the country and another for those returning to the capital, with a constant flow of cargo and passenger transport every single day. But the best part for those of us on foot is that it has this protected pedestrian walkway on the sides. It's a space designed precisely so that nearby residents and curious travelers like me can cross 100% safely, without competing with the speeding trucks or buses passing by. From this perspective, as you take each step, the scale of the bridge becomes more and more imposing. The massive concrete pillars supporting it show the strength of the reconstruction, and it's impossible not to look down to contemplate the power of the Lempa River passing right beneath your feet. If we look closely at the sides, we can still see the remains and foundations of the old bridges, which carry the heaviest weight of history being the oldest ones. But, have you ever wondered where that famous name comes from? Let me tell you a little about it as we move forward. The original complex was popularly named the Puente de Oro because of the extremely high cost of its construction back in the 1950s. An investment so gigantic for that era that people said, both ironically and in awe, that it seemed to be made of pure gold. In its time, the old bridge was an engineering jewel in all of Central America, a true symbol of pride for El Salvador. Look at what I just found. This local dog turns out to be a genius. Apparently, he learned it's not a good idea to walk on the street because of the danger of the cars, but not on the pedestrian area either because of the people walking by. So he walks right on top of the concrete barrier. This dog's brain is next level. He discovered the concrete barrier is his exclusive lane. And it's amazing how animals come to understand these things. Since he sensed my presence, he carefully climbed down, walked a few meters away from where I was, and jumped back up on the barrier to continue his way. He has a better sense of direction and traffic rules than many of us. Walking through this area is, literally, having the past on one side and the present we are standing on. But the real story, the reason why the original bridge ended up turned into the ruins we see today, hides an impressive chapter that changed the course of the eastern region. To understand the impact of this place, we have to go back to the night of October 15th, 1981. In the middle of the armed conflict, a guerrilla commando blew up the original structure of the Puente de Oro, causing it to completely collapse into the Lempa River. This event changed history by cutting off the main economic and military artery to the eastern region. For more than 2 decades, crossing to the other side was a total odyssey. Cargo transport, cars, and buses couldn't cross. People had to get off, load their belongings onto small boats or ferries to cross the river, and look for another ride on the other side. And with this stunning view of the majestic Lempa River, we say goodbye to this great tour. A route full of history, fun facts, and, above all, the beauty of our beloved El Salvador. And if you like this adventure, don't forget to smash that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any upcoming trips. Turn on the notification bell, and let's keep discovering El Salvador together. See you next time.